Okay, the weekly outlook on NQ is going to be probably the quickest one I've done because I tend to take way too long and get lost sometimes in the thought. So, right off the bat, we have been, before we get confused about this consolidation that we're seeing here, right off the bat, we have been extremely bullish, right? We have taken all time highs and we are ranging, right? But can we make sense of what's going on? Well, we can try our best to give a high probability understanding based on algo concepts, right? ICT's algo concept. So, what am I seeing? On a 2 week, just on a 2 week, we we are respecting this high, well, let me not call it a high probability yet, right? So a scenario like this, previous high, when it's ran through with a fair value gap, it becomes in what a retail concept would be support. So we've got two things right now holding the price up. Yeah, we've got that previous, which would actually, if you take the body, would be exactly at these lows that are supporting price, and at the same time, this 2 week order block, the mean threshold is being respected. So I'm just going to work off this for now. This 2 week order block mean, yeah. So what does that mean? Well, it means we're bullish, right? This is the last down close candle, right? In a very bullish market is being respected. So I'm just simply say that this being left open is very bullish, right? Now, we can range because we've taken out the high, now we're taking out the low, but it's a very shallow high taken. So price should, after the month of August, loosen up, right? So in that regard, we could take out the highs, right, and come back down to this weekly and then carry on, or however price wants to play it will react. But right now, as of this candle, we are bullish. So I'm just going to simply put it like that. So on a weekly, I've got that analysis as a bullish. So I'm going to copy this onto my notes. Okay, so what have I had on the 12 month? So yeah, we should be expanding. So for the rest of this helps us get our bearings. So the 12 month, we're very bullish, right? We've seen this high probability order block. We've come into it and now we're in an expansion phase. So immediate rebalance of the upper quadrant, right? Signaling very bullish. So yeah, I mean, look, everything is showing us that on a monthly. Let's see if we've. So simple as I'm gonna do this. So on a monthly, simply, let me just do that while I'm here. Very, very simple, right? The monthly analysis over here, we don't even need to dally about, right? If it leaves this open and this open, we are, extremely bullish. So we don't want it to come down here. Why? Because this is a balanced price range, yeah? There's no reason for price to come down to these levels. So simply put, price hasn't, got no business coming back down here because of balanced price range. It can come in here. If it doesn't, it's extremely bullish. But we know from the 12 month, right? We looked at the 12 month, and what is the 12 month saying? We've come into a discount and now we're in an expansion, yeah? So I'm just going to quickly start on the monthly for my analysis. So where's my monthly here? What do you have in a 3 month? Yeah, so this is a good bit of, we've have an immediate rebalance at the upper quartile, signaling very bullish, right? What did we have lost? So what's the date today? Right. So I'm gonna get rid of the I'm just gonna get rid of this for now, purely because I just don't think we need it for this bit of the analysis. Right. Copy image. Okay, so we've got our weekly. What's the date today? Oh, 7. So what did we say last week? It's important to see. We are in expansion mode. Mm. So I'm going to get this off my chart because I don't think it's relevant yet. It was at one point, but now I just don't think the balanced price ranges. I mean, we're just consolidating in and around, so it's no longer relevant from my analysis, right? What I'm seeing is we have respect of this 2 week order block, and so last week we've taken out previous week's high. Now I have to lean bullish, but right now this is, let me go back to the weekly just to get my line of thought. Got the equal lows, I was going to say equal lows, well. So yeah, so I'm going to have to stick to so so as far as I'm concerned, that was our first clue that we're not done. Why? We didn't come into 50%, right? So let me just, so it just, so none of them came into a discount, right? Then if I go to this range, still none of them are come. So, and even though we are respecting the 2 week mean threshold, I remain cautious for higher prices because have That's important to, right now we're still bullish, right? This candle we've taken out liquidity on both sides, so it's so SMTs at the highs and SMTs at the lows. I don't get much more clarity on a daily except we're ranging, so it still applies. I'm gonna go to this time frame. So as of now, right, if we're just looking, we've come into a discount of the range, right, on an island. Okay, so I've got a very, very simple analysis for this. Yeah, it's a very simple analysis, so I'll break it down now. Okay, so look how many things we have in this little section supporting price high, right? We've got a balanced price range, we've got a bullish breaker, right? We've seen support over a high probability order block. I'm going to get rid of this because it's no longer valuable. Like, we've used it, we've seen it respect this balanced price range here. And then we see a closure back up. So I think this has, so my analysis is as follows. Support from this breaker, then we stay looking higher. However, if we lose the breaker and BPR on a candle closure, then I'm looking for the 31st of July lows. Yeah, same as the analysis on the 911 time frame, nothing's changed over here. In fact, it's clearer to see on a higher time frame. I'm gonna get rid of this because it's doing too much. Come to respect the lower end. Yeah, it's got no business getting back down. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. Let's go down to the 101. So yeah, it's a mad one because on the, we started off on the highest time frame. Just to recap, we're looking for, previous month's high because we've got no reason not to, right? Especially when we get to the 12 month. It's not good to see it here because we need the continuous contract, but yeah, here's a 3 month. 3 months of very good visibility. And so this looks great because it's a bit annoying. Now we're in expansion because, or very bullish, but saying that, the expansions could have taken place, right? It's already expanded. So, but the fact that it's done it from here, do we need to get back to say, let me just go 3 month. Yeah, we don't need to get back. Let me just see where this is on a monthly. Yeah, we don't need to get back anywhere near, right? So it makes sense to carry on expanding. On a 2 week, we've still got the previous month's high, and we've found support on this order block, right? So we have to be looking for higher prices. The only issue we have is, on the lower time frame, we get down to the daily. On the daily, we've got an immediate rebalance here. Don't want to put this, to be honest, on my... because it's a bit of a range. I don't know if there's any point to this, but just keep this on for now. Let's just see something. So what makes the fact that we've thus from here is now making me, we don't need to come back down to here. So based on that and based on the support, I should just be looking for higher prices, right? I need to be looking for ways in which we frame longs. Right, so got a break and I don't want to break. We want to see this respected. On a daily, we've got an immediate rebalance. immediate rebalance on the daily. So our next candles, we need to see them expanding into that. Come down to the bullish breaker on 101. So I want to see it carry on higher.